Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will solve real-world data engineering questions using PySpark. These questions are commonly asked in a data engineering interviews at a top companies. First, we will go through a problem statement, understand the logic step by step, and implement and optimize PySpark solution. So, if you are preparing for a data engineering interview, or looking to improve your PySpark skill, this video is for you. So let's start it. So they have given a deliveries dataset. So first, let's convert the dataset into a data frame and read the question. So first, let's create the schema for this dataset. So we have a deliveries dataset. Deliveries dataset. I'm going to create the schema. Schema is equal to schema name is equal to I'm going to give that name for a data set which is nothing but order ID first. Second, I'm giving name as a restaurant, mm, restaurant, and third, I'm giving the name as third column is the amount column, and the fourth is the rating column. The ratings they have given. Let's convert the data. Let's convert that data sets and we have created the schema also. Let's create the data frame like deliveries. Let's see deliveries.df data stream create is equal to I'm going to use the spark dot spark. I'm going to use spark dot Spark is the sections is basically Spark is the open the sections for the create write the data from codes like the PySpark codes, Spark codes I can say. Now I'm giving the data as deliveries and I'm going to use the schema that schema we have created as a delivery schema. Let's first see the how data frame look like the display instead of deliveries df dot show. Okay, let's see how our data frame look like first. See, if you see over the data frames, in the data frames we have a four column which is the order ID, restaurant, amount and a rating. And orders ID they have given restaurant, amounts and a rating. If you see the data is also present. So data frame has we have created the data frame. Let's now read the question. The question is identify and retrieve a list of all the restaurant where every restaurant order received has maintained the user rating of a 4 over higher. So we need to find distinct restaurant from a database where average rating, we can say order received users rating of a 4. So order rating should be 4 or more than 4. So if you see how many restaurants are there in a data set, this first restaurant is a Pizza Palace. If you see the rating of a Pizza Palace, there are 4, 5, 5, 5, 4 and the 5. So all the ratings are greater than 4 or we can say greater than 4. So these restaurants will come into our result sheet. And if you see a burger bun, there is a one order which have a rating which is less than 4. So this restaurant will not come into our result sheet. And if you see a third restaurant which is a Sushi Star, which all the rating is greater than 4. So this restaurant will come into our result side. And we have another restaurant Taco Tune that okay one order rating which is less than 4. So this restaurant will not come into our result list. So let's create the code PySpark code to generate the output. First, I will use that data frame deliveries.df. I'm going to copy that deliveries.df. So first, what uh, I'm going to use the group by clause to find the distinct restaurant like the group by. I'm going to do a group by. I'm going to use the a restaurant group by restaurant basically gathers all the distinct restaurant when we use the group by class. Now I want to find the minimum order of the restaurant, because if the minimum order is greater than the four over, we can say four greater than the four over highest, that restaurants we need to find. So first I will do aggregate. I'm going to use aggregate of minimum is the functions I'm going to use. Minimum functions I'm going to use on rating, and I'm giving dot alias name as for that alias name as minimum rating. Okay, I'm not going to show it's I'm going to show you instead of okay minimum rating. But if you see these group by clause aggregate, these are the method which is depends on this deliveries.df. But minimum is a functions that we need to minimum is a function that we need to import from, I can say, PySpark from DataFrame. So let's first import the function PySpark. Uh, we need to import the function from PySpark SQL function. So PySpark.sql. Instead of importing only minimum functions, I'm going to import the whole function. If we required any another functions in another statement, so we need to like give here like the mean another functions we write after comma. Instead of I'm importing all the function that, so we can use any functions in this during the solution. So next one, I have given the alias name for the minimum rating as alias name as a minimum rating, and I'm going to filter that minimum rating. Going to filters aggregate. I have found the aggregate. Let's first show how it's look like. See, if you see the minimum rating of a pizza palace is the 4, burger bomb is a 2, sushi star is a 2, and taco town is a 3. These are the minimum rating. But we want to find the rating as a maintain the user rating of a 4 or higher. So let's find. So let's filter. Filters means filter is a method we are going to use. In a SQL, we basically use the where condition. In a, I can say in a PySpark, we use the filter. So filter column, which column we are going to filter? Minimum rating, which is we have created the new column is nothing but the minimum rating. That columns we are going to filters. We are going to filter minimum rating columns of a minimum rating should be greater than equal to 4. I can say greater than equal to 4, and we are going, let's see first show how it's look. Okay, okay, now if you see if you see all the restaurant that have the minimum rating 4, we got the 2 restaurant as we have saw in a data here in a data set. So any questions they have mentioned, identify and retrieve a list of all the restaurant where every individual order restaurant we need to find only all the restaurant. So instead of selecting minimum orders and a restaurant, i'm going to select I'm going to select only the restaurant. Okay, only the restaurant, and dot show. Mm, Yes, this is the final result we have got. If you see that the filter columns minimum that folder that kick out all the restaurant, those was rating drop below 4, or here we have used the aggregate method that find the worst rating that specific restaurant ever received, and a select statement will gives the restaurant names. So if you like this content, subscribe to the channels and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.